So I got a question because obviously we're talking about lending and stuff as well. And right now interest rates are high, but there's a lot of things even on MLS where people are dropping their price.
Mm-hmm.
Um, kind of go through like what are you seeing on your end with that? Because that's something where I know we've seen that where you have someone they're 25,000 below what it could be, or even price $50,000. We saw that one 50,000 below what it should be worth, and then even still dropping more. But the interest rate's high. Obviously you can always change that interest rate later on down the road. What are you seeing on that end as far as high interest rates, but prices are just
Yeah.
dropping?
As a loan officer, I see all the contracts. They're all coming in below appraisal value right now.
Hmm.
All of them. So then what I tell to an investor is like, oh man, I'm not cash flowing anything. All right, what was your cash flow you were hoping to get? I don't know, $200 a month. All right, so that's $2,400 a year. Make your offer $5,000 less.
Yeah.
Oh, and they don't want to play ball? You're one of, like, there's 8 properties per buyer right now. Just go to somebody else. And that's what they are. And we've seen $50,000 below appraisal offers, contracts that are coming in great. Sellers are now paying concessions.
Mhm.
Oh, we want rates to be so low again. Well, remember, a year ago or 2 years ago, you had to come out of pocket like 80, 90,000 to even get a home.
Right.
Remember that? It was impossible.
I
So there
remember.
needs to be a balance. You can't just have them both. Right now, the the power is in the buyer.
Mhm.
They have the negotiating power. It may not be like that for very long
Right.
because we're already noticing that rates have stabilized. They've come down a little bit. They come down much further. You might miss the window.
Shift.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're gonna end up having to. This is this is the chance for those people that in 2020 to get back to what they didn't, what they came out of pocket. They're
Yeah.
like, we're getting back what I had.
hmm I feel like too. So cash flow is a recent discussion. When I started this, cash flow was not the way you made money as a real estate investor. You made money flipping,
Mhm.
and you kept properties for long term on the appreciation. So me making 100,000 in 5 years of appreciation, that will trump any cash flow that you calculate.
Man, that makes me feel so much better.
Yeah.
I know. No, I mean, not. Everybody has their strategy, but I know we're very appreciation heavy. That's
Yeah.
the way we invest. And right now, obviously, with 8% and things like that, you're not. Some of those interest rates, you're not going to cash flow. You might get, or you get really close to it, or it's just super skinny. And I've had to
Mhm.
have that conversation with, a few people like, hey, look, you might not cash flow right now, or
After a
it
few
might,
years, it'll be better.
but in a few years, but what you're losing out and what you might have to pay in a little bit, you're getting this much in appreciation.
Mhm.
And then what you're going to get if they're using your math of 5 years and then they want to sell it, that's going to be so much better. That to me is worth paying a couple $100 a month on a house. I'm okay with that. It's nice to hear that. So kind of, you when you started, it was one of those situations where cash flow wasn't the big deal.
Yeah, that's right.
People just bought for appreciation. It was just a
Mhm.
place to park their money,
Yep.
basically, right?
Yep.
And then if you weren't, and that was what they considered the buy and hold investor.
Mhm.
What do you think changed? What do you think made people start talking about cash flow, or made people say, man, they focus more on it?
We had such a great economy for so long.
Yeah.
Now we're realizing, oh man, 4 or 5 years ago was really nice.